everybody, JTISREBORN here, and welcome to another edition of my Batman the Animated Series reviews. This time we're going to be taking a look at episode number 27, Mad as a Hatter. So this is the first appearance of Jervis Tetch, aka the Mad Hatter, who is this insane Batman villain who's always obsessed with Alice. Like, Alice can be like a girl named Alice, or it could just be like the concept of Alice in general, but he's some dude obsessed with like the storyline of Alice in Wonderland. He takes on kind of the Mad Hatter persona, and he's obsessed with Alice. He's just a fucking creepy dude. But in this episode, well, at least usually like in the Arkham games, at least he's really creepy, and in the comics more. But in terms of this episode, he's portrayed more as a sympathetic figure of sorts, where he likes this girl named Alice Pleasance, and who's a co-worker, and he's thinking, oh, things will be good with us, and, you know, she's, you know, like, oh, my boyfriend does this, and, like, so-and-so, and her boyfriend, like, breaks up with her, and meanwhile, he's working on some, like, mind control chip to increase brain potential, which is just a mind control device or whatever, and he figures out how to make it, and he finds out about her boyfriend dumping her, and he's like, oh, now's my chance, I can move in on her. So that's what he does. He takes her on a date, he sets up something to where he can fight some goons to make himself look better, and, you know, has a pleasant date. He's not really harming anybody, per se. I mean, he's taking over their minds, but he's not, like, causing any crimes or anything. Well, I guess mind control is a crime, but he's not going out and robbing banks or anything. He's just setting things up to make himself look better, so he can have a pleasant evening with this girl, Alice, that he likes. Now, just think about this. What if Alice ended up just staying and hooking up with him, and then he just kind of threw away his mind control stuff later on? Nothing bad would happen with the Mad Hatter. He'd pretty much be cool from that point on, I would assume. But yeah, so like he hates Alice's boyfriend because he thinks he's a jerk, and he just likes Alice. So he just wants to be with her, so he does his mind control stuff. Starts out with it on rats, and then he eventually moves on to people, and, you know, finds out the boyfriend breaks up with her, and then the boyfriend ends up getting back together with him. Then from there, like, you know, he goes back out and he, you know, kidnaps Alice, sets up a whole thing. Batman shows up, and, you know, they duke it out. Batman destroys this thing, and then at the end of the thing, you know, he couldn't get, you know, his dance with Alice. He couldn't, you know, be with her, and he ends up getting captured by the Jabberwock or whatever. Like, he gets, like, knocked, like, Batman knocks over, like, a statue or something happens with it, and he gets him trapped in, you know, the clutches of this thing. And, oh, the irony. So, yeah, this is a pretty solid episode. I'd probably rank this episode. I'm going through my rankings as I'm trying to add these all together. I do like this episode. Like I said, like, early on, it's going to be tough to rank all the episodes. Like, early on, it seems low on the list right now, but I'd probably put it at, like, episode 20 of the 27 episodes I've seen. It's good, and it's written by Paul Dini, and Paul Dini's, you know, awesome, but, like, this episode could have been, like, a little bit stronger, I think, in some areas. Jervis Tetch, I think they could have made him a bit scarier, like the Arkham games, but they didn't. They kind of found a nice balance of sympathetic in that, and I don't know, like, it just doesn't click with me as much as some episodes do that I have ranked higher. But like I said, it's a good episode. I don't want to get that point across as it's bad. I think it's a solid episode, and it definitely does some neat stuff with the Mad Hatter, and I'm looking forward to seeing more episodes with him as the show goes on. And yeah, I like this episode. I think you should definitely check it out. Who voices the Mad Hatter in this one? Roddy McDowall voices the Mad Hatter. Oh my gosh, freaking Roddy McDowall from, you know, that stuff that he's in. But yeah, trying to think what else I can say. There's some funny, like, Alice in Wonderland nods going on in here. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could really add to this one. But check it out. Jervis Tetch is a neat villain, interesting, and yeah, I think that you'll enjoy this one. So, yep. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment below and let me know what you thought of Mad as a Hatter, so we can discuss it further. But I definitely like this episode. I think it's pretty solid. So, yep, on to the next one. The last one on Volume 1, which is Dreams in Darkness. Bye-bye.